a long time to make albums, but it is set to release a new one this summer, all caps, exclamation, exclamation. That is very soon. Sam, how you feeling?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. You look good, feeling good. All right, everyone, Sam Russell.
Thank you so much. I have some prepared remarks tonight. I guess how people read books differently than I do. When I'm reading a book, I'm adapting it for the screening sets and locations with each turn of the page, and often scoring the movie too. Sometimes when I'm reading a book, I'll be simultaneously navigating a playlist to soundtrack the film. It honestly helps my ADHD brain to have a default second subject to focus on instead of being distracted by other associations the book brings up. Making that film adaptation in my head helps with this too, as my neurodivergent mind has more to chew on than the mere processing of text. For this book, I cast Elizabeth Olsen as January, a de-aged Ben Affleck as Gus, Liam Neeson as January's dad, Sydney Sweeney as Shady. Maybe not. I don't like that one. But you get the idea. When it came to music to play for this book, I didn't need to do much thinking. Music plays a huge part in this book. And much like a music nerd as myself does, the character in this book talk in the language of musical references. They get to know each other by sharing and making fun of each other's taste and how it reflects their general life philosophies and approaches to writing. Thus, I had my finger on my phone more than usual. Whenever a song or artist was referenced, I'd press play. In the art of filmmaking, music, whether it's an orchestrated film score or pop songs, can be used a couple of different ways. The lazy way to use music is to make it so they do the heavy lifting of the scene, telling you how to feel instead of trusting the writing, the acting, the cinematography to do so. I'm sure we're all familiar with strings rising to crescendo to alert us to feel sad and maybe even begging us to cry. But my favorite use of music is to enhance the scene rather than carry it, to take what's already there and use the music to connect what's going on to something larger than the characters, something larger than us. And that's what so many of the songs mention in this book too. Talking about when the characters hear the songs and how they hear the songs, instead of just being a cheap pop culture mention. In our own lives, I believe we most often listen to music to project our own feelings upon. The music becomes a canvas to project our own happiness, our sadness, and have a conversation with, between what the song is saying and how we're feeling. And we're told it's okay to feel what we're feeling. We feel validated. But sometimes we need to be told what to feel when we're so numbed with grief and loss that we can't access coherent thoughts. When our usual scattershot minds are blank. We know we should be feeling something, but we don't know what that is. We're so lost, we don't feel anything until we press play. The song I wrote tonight is called The Soundtrack Tells Us How to Feel. Think of it as a montage of the musical highlights of the book, and hopefully it ends up on the soundtrack to the movie adaptation. When Dean Martin sings your name, the song changes meaning. Darkness on face of the earth. The past piles up to sound of shattered ideas. And the soundtrack tells us how to feel. Oh, January, nothing compares to you. Black blasting through rain and thunder is the God's honest truth. When Sinead sings, the feeling can't be concealed, 'cause the soundtrack tells us how to feel. Your dad takes you to a bar and grill on Friday night. The band plays Brown-Eyed Girl while you sip your Sprite, and Mom dances so her body can heal. The soundtrack tells us how to feel. When you need to be alone, the neighbors drown thoughts out, singing everybody hurts, making songs, truth and doubt, until your father's love and letters reveal the soundtrack tells us how to feel. Willie Nelson singing, you were always on my mind, while taking Mom to the hospital one more time. Dad built song while gripping the wheel to feel. You belong with me, playing the nerd and cheerleader simultaneously. Neighbor boy holds message to window to make the nerd squeal, and the soundtrack tells us how to feel. Oh, the soundtrack tells us how to feel. Thank you so much.
Sam Russell, claps and snaps and woos. Let's do it. Thank you, Sam. I feel entirely too perky talking after that song. I apologize.